Hey, this is Walter Jones.
This is Austin St. John.
And you're listening to Ranger Danger.
Go, go,
Alien.
Go, go,
Alien.
Go, go,
Alien.
Ranger Danger. Matt and Michael's Ranger
Alien.
Danger.
Alien. Hey there, you. Welcome back to Mighty Morphin Ranger Danger. This is the podcast where for centuries we've been building a civilization of gold and steel. And what has it given us? Peace? Understanding? Happiness? My name is Matt.
I'm Michael. Hey guys.
Welcome to where we talk about Power Rangers and have fun and stuff. It's going to be a good time. Today we're going to be watching Hogday Afternoon Part 1, the 58th episode, no, 54th episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers overall. It's going to be a good time because there'll be Alien Rangers.
I mean, that hasn't proven true in the past.
I feel optimistic, Michael.
Okay, this is the end of the Alien Rangers. Like, I don't know what happens to them. Do they just go back to Aquitar and no one ever talks about them again?
Well, you know that we see at least one of them one more time.
That's true. I guess they probably don't all die. Did they come back for Super Mega Force? Like, I know they didn't come back, but did they show up at the end?
They did, yeah.
Okay, well, alright, so I guess they're all going to live.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, maybe that's why I'm excited. We're so close to done.
We really are.
Let's just finish it off.
And we're like, we're very rapidly coming up on our 3-year anniversary as well.
Yep.
And when we do that, it's just the show is going to change quite dramatically.
Yeah.
So
we should enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the end of Mighty Morphin.
It is the end of Mighty Morphin.
Alright.
Yeah, 2 more episodes. You know where else you can find episodes of things?
No, about where?
On the internet.
That makes total sense.
You know what else you can find on the internet?
No.
Our internet website, it's www.rangeagepodcast.com, where you can find our show notes and stuff like that. Also, the Range Danger Creature feature.
Yep.
We also have an interweb email address, where rangedangerpodcast@gmail.com, where you can send us all sorts of information in the form of internet mail. We are on Twitter. We love receiving your Twitter tweets. We have a big bucket for all of your Twitter tweets. If you want to add to that bucket, we're at RangerDcast on Twitter. Send us those Twitter tweets. We're also on Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, and Google+. Plus, we have a shop, rangerdangerpodcast.com/shop, where you can buy things and stuff.
And shower curtains.
That's right, including shower curtains.
Yep.
Also, I think I forgot TuneIn there. We're on TuneIn.
Yep.
If you're listening in on TuneIn, don't take offense.
Yeah, don't tune out.
You're valid. Hey, nice one.
Yeah.
Being your A game today.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, Michael, speaking of you,
Yeah.
as a segue,
Yes. Which we are 50% of the time.
yeah, you've led, I guess I'd say, quite a straight-laced life.
Yes.
You've gone most of your 25 years
Yep.
on this planet, being what I would say quite well behaved in the eyes of the law.
Yep.
Certainly more than most.
Yep.
I think. And
I'm afraid of police because I've never committed a crime and I'm worried they'll think that's suspicious.
it is pretty suspicious. I find it suspicious. And you sort of have the visage of someone who may be suspicious in nature.
Yeah, you mean I have a beard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
So, that's why I was particularly shocked recently when you broke some rules and started your life of crime.
I just wanted a Lego Ghost Rider. That's all I wanted.
Look, it all starts with a small need.
I just want our listeners to learn from my mistakes.
Okay, well,
And by mistakes, I mean a thing that happened that was perfectly fine and I was not punished for in any way.
Do you want to walk our listeners through the story?
I'm trying to go back and find the messages, but it was like a week or 2 ago now.
I think it's more than that, actually.
We send a lot of messages to each other.
That's true.
So I've only gotten back to like Monday. Do you want to start maybe
Well,
the listeners in missing details while I scroll back?
So I was on my phone, receiving messages from people having normal conversations, and then I received a message from Michael, who I guess was looking for me to talk him into his start into a life of crime. He was standing in a Kmart.
Yes,
I believe
Kmart.
you're in a Kmart.
I don't know, do they have Kmart in America?
No, I imagine Walmart is the equivalent, right?
Yeah, but I think Walmart is like big and scary and you can buy like guns and stuff.
I think that if they had Kmart over there, they'd be able to buy guns at Kmart.
I think they have Target.
Yeah, but we have Target. Target's like
But our
slightly
Target
higher
is different
end.
to their Target.
Oh, okay.
It's like a small, not great department store.
I mean, Kmart's about as big as they come in terms of... No, I guess it's like Myers. And
Yeah, it's not like... I've never been to like a multi-story Kmart.
That's true. That's fair. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
And it's like kind of shitty.
Yeah, it's super shitty. It's... You can buy like $3 glasses and, you know, just like a shirt for $3. It's not going to be very good. You'll itch a lot, likely. But anyway, you weren't there to get an itchy shirt.
No.
You were there because you were hot for some Lego Ghost Rider.
Yep.
You had a deep burning desire for that burning man in Lego form. Yep. So the issue was, the big complication in your story was that the Lego Ghost Rider was there, but he wasn't on the shelf.
It wasn't on the shelf, Matt.
He was, in fact, in one of the storage crates things that they use before they put items on the shelf.
Like a large cage trolley thing.
Yeah.
That they, I assume they have stuff in the back on them.
Yep.
And then just wheel them out the front.
Now, this trolley, was it enclosed on all sides?
No, it was not enclosed on all sides.
Okay, so it was open. It was just out there to the world.
I don't believe any of them are enclosed on all sides.
You're
it
right.
just has like two sides.
Yep. But it wasn't on the shelf.
It wasn't on the shelf.
And I do know from my retail shopping experience that employees often try to ask you not to take these things off those and get them from the shelves instead.
Yes.
You did not do this.
I couldn't. It wasn't on the shelf.
Yeah.
They were only there.
Now, I think what perhaps complicates this story is that the Lego Ghost Rider wasn't actually officially released. Is that right?
I didn't know.
Okay. So it was certainly like on the edge there either way.
I hadn't seen it out anywhere yet.
Yeah, so for all you knew, it wasn't supposed to be on shelves.
That's right, Matthew. That was the problem.
That was the problem.
That was the problem.
And the dilemma you faced was whether or not to take this and go to the register.
Let me lay out the fear,
Yeah.
right? Here's the fear. You go, like normally, you take it, they scan it, you give them money, you leave. Mm-hmm. It's fine, we all understand how buying things works.
Yep, been doing it for a long time.
Right, here's the fear. You take one from this thing.
Yep.
Optimal version, they scan it, they buy it, you leave, it's all fine. Potential version, you take it, they scan it, it goes, we're not allowed to sell this yet, and then everybody looks at you because they know that you took it from the thing.
Yep.
And now you have to explain yourself. And you're also buying a couple of cheap Lego Dimensions for Matt, so you can't just like run away. You're gonna have to like
Stick it out.
Yeah.
What do you do in that conversation? What do you say?
I send messages to several people to say, please convince me that this is
Oh,
acceptable.
no. So, like...
I would just break down and cry.
Okay.
I don't like people looking at me.
That's true. I know that for a fact. So, you would cry...
Yeah.
And then you would leave? Just, like, drop the Lego and run?
Probably.
Okay. That's fair.
Actually, no, because that would draw more attention to myself.
But you can't take the
No, I would leave that Lego. I would
Okay.
quietly purchase the Lego I was buying for you.
Okay. All right. So that didn't happen.
No.
Myself and
Someone I work with.
someone you work with managed to convince you separately that this is a risk you could probably take. I guess we probably both wanted to start you down this dark path.
Because also, there was a camera there, maybe.
Yeah.
And what if they have you on camera taking them? Because, like, I was buying it from very close to work. It's a shopping centre I use quite a bit because it's quite convenient. If I get banned from that shopping centre, I can't go and get lunch upstairs.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I imagine they're probably not going to ban you from the whole shopping centre because you bought Lego a bit early.
I don't know that. I've never done it before. I don't know what the potential outcomes are.
Yeah. Okay, so you do end up taking this Lego, you purchase it.
I'd like to point out, because then I'm looking for cameras to see if I'm on camera.
Which is
And
the
that's
most suspicious thing.
you can do on camera is try and find cameras.
Yes. So you go to the checkout, you purchase this ill-gotten Lego.
Yep.
And you walk out And the scanners beeped?
It beeped, Matthew. It beeped at me. And I hastened my pace and I left immediately.
Oh, you cheesed it. It's even worse. Oh, boy. Okay. So you left, and for a normal person... No, actually, a normal person wouldn't have been worried about that anyway.
Yeah, we're well beyond for and all.
A slightly normaler person would be like, okay, cool, I'm in the clear. But then I get messages from you worrying that because you used your card, Lego's going to be able to trace it back to you?
I'm just saying they'd know. They'd have my name on the thing.
What thing?
I can't get banned from buying Lego, Matthew.
I think that's actually true. I don't think you can get banned from buying Lego.
What if they banned you from buying Lego online and then you can't buy any of the good sets that they don't ship to stores?
But functionally, could you not just use someone else's card?
Matthew, I couldn't purchase Lego from not quite the shelf. And you're suggesting that I could just use someone else's card?
Oh, no, I'm just saying I would happily just buy the Lego for you and have you pay me back. You would not be cut off from Lego.
I'm not comfortable with that.
Okay.
They'd know, and then you'd be banned from buying Lego. Lego is an enormous multinational company. In the future, when it becomes Shadowrun, Lego's going to be its own country. It's going to be run by like a dragon or some shit.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to piss off that dragon.
It'll be a Lego dragon, so only the lower half of its mouth will flap up and down.
Yeah. So I guess complicating your paranoia was the fact that apparently Lego does have some sort of blacklist.
Yeah, well, if you can get Lego's customer service is great. So if you get a set and it's missing a piece, you go to the Lego website and you say, hey, it's missing this piece, and they just send it to you. They didn't ask any questions. It happened to me, and they were like, yep, fine, here you go. But if you do that, like, a lot, they'll go, hey, look out, he's just getting free pieces.
Yep.
And they'll stop doing it. So you can be Lego blacklisted.
Yeah, to me that's a very different thing.
But you don't know, Matt.
I feel pretty confident.
You don't know how Lego works.
No, well, Lego does work in mysterious ways.
That's right.
It doesn't, though, actually. It's actually a very specific locked-together system.
Look, I'm sure they all follow the instructions when they're banning you.
That's right. Well, I'm glad you survived. You're not in jail yet.
I haven't bought any Lego since.
Yeah? You're too scared?
Actually, no, that's not true. I did. I bought that Ghostbusters set.
Yeah. Okay, well, you keep us updated.
I will.
If you go to jail, I'll come visit you.
I'm going to buy some Lego tomorrow.
Oh!
Because I'm about to have my wisdom teeth out, which means I'm going to have a couple of days off. So I'm going to build some Lego.
Build some Lego. That's fair. So, I guess my last question is, what's next in your life of crime?
I'm thinking crystal meth.
Yeah, do it.
I watched this documentary about a dude, and it went okay for him for a bit. So I figure as long as I just stop before like the neo-Nazis get involved, I should be fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a good rule of life.
It's a life rule. I was just about to say that. Stop before the neo-Nazis get involved. There's no situation that gets better with neo-Nazis.
That's true.
It's a fact. Okay, so Michael, I don't have anything else to talk about right now.
Okay.
Except Power Rangers.
Okay.
Maybe we should go and watch some Power Rangers.
Sure.
And then talk about it afterwards.
We could do that.
Does that suit your needs?
Yeah.
All right. Let's make that our plan. If you would like to watch Power Rangers 2, you can do that. It's Hogday Afternoon Part 1.
Yep.
The 9th episode of Alien Rangers.
It's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix in some places. It's also on DVD in other places. If you prefer to put physical things in physical boxes to make images dance on your screen, you can do that. We'll do that now, and we'll see you soon. And we're back. That was a dramatic episode of television.
Yeah.
So much happened.
There's a lot of
moving parts.
I'm very worried because the tradition of this show is we get like a first part that sets up, 4 or 5 active subplots all going on at once, and like we get like excited because oh god, I don't know how they're going to turn out, and then we get a second part that's like 6 minutes of hand waving them all away, and then just another 14 minutes of nonsense.
Yeah, I think the thing is though, in this situation, we know that things are going to pretty dramatically change anyway.
Yes.
So it's not like they can just hand wave and go back to status quo, because that's not where we know it's going.
Because after next week, the status is no longer quo.
Yes.
Alright, will we take it from the top?
Yep.
Okay, so Billy's putting the Zeo crystal back together with Alpha's help.
He is.
He thinks it should work.
That Billy confidence that we like.
He can't be sure though because they're still waiting on Aisha's bit.
Yep.
And, he doesn't have all the bits, so he's not sure.
It's hard when you have all the bits.
Yeah. And Zordon says, "Oh, that's good. Like, I'll be very relieved when you're all back in the same dimension, because of course, where they went was different dimensions and not just Africa."
Yeah. This brings us back to the conversation we were having before about how originally it felt like they were just going back in time, but then, like, Cats 1 in particular did not feel like another time. It felt like a fever dream dimension.
That was the thing, is Rocky's felt like back in time.
Yeah.
Adams and Tommy's felt like back in, or like, not even back in time, but like around in space.
Yes.
And more magical, but in a world where they take orders from a head in a tube and pilot giant robots, like...
Not so strange.
Not out of the question.
Yeah.
Cats felt like she was actually having a hallucination that we were all experiencing.
Yes.
And now Aisha's is back to, like, the tone of Rocky's.
Yes.
Where we're just in Africa quite recently.
Relatively recently, yeah, because there's talk of, like, wildlife researchers and things like that.
Yeah, she's not like in an ancient African tribe.
No.
It's like Africa in at least the 1900s.
Yeah. And the idea of that being considered a different dimension is bizarre.
Have you heard the expression, the past is another country?
Yeah.
Well, Zordon takes it very seriously. The past is another dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do things very strangely, and you have to jump through a magical cloud to get there.
Yeah.
Right, so in Africa, speaking of, that's where Aisha is.
So that's got the lions.
Yeah, she's about to get eaten by a lion.
I did appreciate that in the Australia one, it was cat's feet touches the ground and then koala, kangaroo, wombat. Whereas here in Africa, they should get basically the same treatment.
I have to give them full credit. This sequence, like, I'm sure doesn't look like Africa.
Yeah.
But does a passable cinematic impression of Africa.
Yeah. It's certainly like... it's films... a pastiche of films Africa,
yes.
If that makes sense.
Like, the sun is always low and it's always very orange and everything's in silhouette.
Exactly.
But... look, that's good enough.
Yeah, for this show.
They could have just shot in the park.
Yeah.
And been like, oh yeah, Africa's got parks. What are you, a racist? They're all lions. Jesus Christ.
It might have been better in retrospect.
So she's about to get eaten by a lion.
Yeah.
When someone grabs her.
Yeah. It's Tanya.
Is it? Does this person get a name?
Yes. Her name is Tanya.
Okay, sure. This is Tanya. Who is... like a teenager, I guess.
Maybe like 12 to Aisha's 7.
Yeah,
just a bit an older kid.
It's hard to tell ages.
Yeah.
So she shares some important information. She is an orphan. Mm-hmm. Well, she may not be an orphan. Her parents were explorers and they got lost 3 years ago.
Yep.
So statistically, she is probably an orphan.
Yeah.
The locals took her in. Mm-hmm. All the animals are sick at the moment.
Yeah, some sort of mysterious plague.
They're confused and weak.
Yes.
And at night time, maybe something happens, or maybe just the animals are scary because it's dark. It's
hard to tell. It could be that, or it could be they turn into zombies.
Yeah, it's really like
ambiguous.
So that's what's going on there.
Yeah.
Also, at the same time, here's another subplot.
Yep.
Rito and Lord Zed have got a plan. The guys have nearly reassembled the Zeo crystal.
Yep.
And once they get it, they just, like, they fix all the problems and we're back to all the old shit. So we've got to stop them.
Yep.
But it'd be great if we had the Zeo crystal.
Yeah.
Because we would use it for evil shenanigans and such.
I mean, going after the Zeo crystal has been Zed's deal since day dot, right?
Pretty much.
We didn't really know that, but he has been.
So... they're just going to get Goldar to grab it.
Yep.
Like, once it's done, just...
like I say, just get Goldar to grab it.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that's likely to happen.
Well, they do all have teleportation abilities.
Yeah.
So...
but, If I was like, hey Golda, go grab some milk from the corner store, he'd come back missing a hand and having started a fire.
Look, Matt, there were Power Rangers there. They wanted some milk. Okay, and I tried to take their milk. Why didn't you just get your own milk, Golda? Because our job is to fight the Power Rangers. No, I just want breakfast, Golda. Okay? We could not do that for 20 minutes.
I can't put your hatred of Power Rangers into my cereal, Golda.
Oh, they probably could.
Yeah.
So, Lord Zed tries to send a transmission to Aquitar.
Yep.
But Alpha blocks it like he did
Last time.
I don't remember if that was last week or the week before, but like he did last time.
That's a cool effect, by the way. It's like a bit of lightning going through the sky that gets hit and then like split by a beam.
And then he just does it again and it works?
Yeah. So, but that was intentional, right? For some reason, Lord Zed knew this worked. I guess whatever Alpha was doing had like a recharge time.
I guess, maybe.
Or it's like it sets off the radar that Alpha uses to pick it up on, and it takes a while for that radar to reset.
Maybe. Or, yeah, look, the show doesn't care, so I don't think we have to.
Yeah.
And he gets through.
Yeah. Yeah. As Rita says, it's time to bring home the bacon because they've contacted Hydro Hog.
Hydro Hog.
Yeah.
Who has been pitched to us as the big bad of Aquitar.
Yeah, the Lord Zed of Aquitar.
I don't want to say he's scary.
No.
But I feel like the episode does do a good job of selling him as threatening.
Yeah, I think in every way except for the voice, where he's just kind of like a disgruntled, stereotypical Brooklynite.
Yeah.
You know?
But are you telling me that's not scary, Matt?
No.
They're walking here.
Yeah, like it's disgruntled, you know? It's like, I don't...
Because he's a hog. That's why he's so gruntled.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I'm with you. I just like, I don't want someone to be disgruntled at me, but I'm not terrified of that.
So basically they say to Hydro Hog, hey, you want to come kill the Alien Rangers? And I don't really see why he hasn't just done that before.
Well, he's having a nice vacay.
I mean, sure, but like he wipes the floor with them this week.
Oh yeah.
Why has he not been able to do that on Aquitar?
Here's my reading, right?
Okay.
They rely super heavily on water and proximity to water.
Right, their planet is mostly water.
On Aquitar, they can't beat him, but they're on their A game all of the time.
Sure, okay.
Whereas they've been on Earth for a while here, they're not doing so well. So it's easier for him to roll in and just demolish them.
That makes a kind of sense. And he's just like, yeah, I'm like there right now.
Yep.
Just tell me where you guys are, and I'll just roll up.
Yeah, Rita's very excited by his powers of evaporation. It's interesting that he doesn't get convinced straight away to come, and uncomfortably enough, what gets him across the line is Rita flirting with him, which is just like weird subtext for a children's show. To be like, oh, we've got to convince the guy to come by using our female character to, like...
Feminine wiles are one of Rita's strongest powers. That and being an actual witch.
Yeah. It's weird, right?
Yeah, it is a little weird.
It feels like a very 90s thing to do.
Yep.
I feel like in this day and age, I know they're the bad guys, but just having the married woman be like... gently imply that she wants to bang the...
Please remember that the reason she's married is that she used a love potion on Lord Zed.
Yeah, but like she used a love potion. She's in love with her husband, but he's willing to, you know...
Date rape him?
Yeah. Alright. It's a weird situation.
The sexual politics of the moon, which, by the way, this episode's title... are confusing, and look, they're alien to us. They don't necessarily have to match with our human morals.
That's true. That's fair.
It would be nice if they came a little closer. But
yeah, I guess we can't project our values onto them.
That's right, we can't. So, also, by the way, was it last week that Rito and Golda accidentally activated that bomb and it was about to blow up?
I can't remember.
I'm sure it was last week.
That saga has been ongoing.
Yeah, look, they've been under the command center for, I think, all of Alien Rangers.
Basically, yeah.
they definitely, that thing was about to go off.
Right.
And it definitely is just completely forgotten this week.
Yep. Cool. That's how this show rolls.
Yep. But they're still under there, and we'll come back to them because some stuff is going to happen with them.
Yeah. Was this the sign? Sorry.
No,
scene?
that's the next
Okay.
bit. So the Alien Rangers have detected some buffoonery going on,
Yep.
and they've come back to the command center. And it's good that they did because they just missed Hydro Hog. Here's Hydro Hog. He's at the beach. Bulk and Skull are there.
Yeah.
Great.
That's a problem. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's a solution.
So the Alien Rangers are worried about Hydro Hog because they've never beaten him before.
With their battle borgs.
Their battle borgs have fought him to a standstill.
Yeah.
But it's okay because now they've got some other sick robots as well. So
Shogun's a pretty boss.
Yeah.
They'll be able to handle the situation.
It's it's weird that they've never asked for help from the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Because the way it's presented is ours can't do it, but yours probably could. What if they just called them 6 weeks ago and said, hey, could you guys just bring your giant robots, we'll just take this guy down and then we can move on?
I've got a pitch for you.
Yeah.
Aquitar's completely covered in water.
Yep.
Battle borgs can operate underwater.
Sure.
Shogun Megazord, no go.
Just fly in space. It just, all it does is shoot lasers and it
Yeah, but the Shogun Megazord doesn't fly. Yes, it does. It doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't matter. It could just be in space.
How, though?
Just teleport it to space.
We've got no reason to believe that he can teleport at all.
No, but then just teleport it the same way you teleport the Power Rangers.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that...
Put a name in space.
I don't think teleporting a skyscraper is as simple as teleporting some dudes.
Well, you could probably do it. Billy invented teleportation 2 years ago.
Maybe. I'm not convinced that that's a solution to the problem.
Okay.
It's a big, heavy, cumbersome Zord.
Sure.
And it does not fly, unlike any of the others.
Okay, they couldn't find one that flies? They've had ones that flew, surely.
Yeah, I mean, say, the Ninja Megazord is there,
Yep.
but it's not as powerful as the Shogun Zord. Maybe it would be up to mustard.
I mean, I guess. That's possible.
Up to mustard, definitely an idiom that people use.
Yep. Yeah, because, ketchup's normal.
Yep.
There's a bit of a tang to a mustard.
Yeah.
So you got to work your way up to mustard.
That's right. You want to start with mustard, you got to get up to mustard.
Yeah. It's definitely a white people expression.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so the Alien Rangers are right, let's go find Hydro Hog. And he just schools them.
I'd like to say just before this that they set up a dramatic morph. It's it's our greatest villain. He's going to come to the Earth and take all of your water. We have to stop him now. This is the last stand. It's morphing time. And it comes so close to them hitting that, but those dumb voices just undercut it. Yeah. I feel bad because Delphine, she is there. She is ready to deliver it in the way it needs to be delivered. But the filter just, yeah.
Okay, so he just, there's barely even a fight.
I mean, there's a decent bit of, I say decent by American footage standards of a sword fight, where there's some interesting use of shifting sort of areas of control.
Sure.
And sort of physical mechanics, but that doesn't last super long, right?
Basically, he straight away takes two of them down and grabs their swords.
Yep.
And then that seems to just make them all instantly useless.
Yeah. But he does start draining their water energy, which looks fucking brutal.
Before he does that,
Yep.
there's a bit where they attack him and he falls over.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And the Black Ranger just walks up to him and is like, yes, he's dead.
He's so dumb.
And then after he fallen, he was still talking.
Yeah.
And then he just surprise, I'm not dead.
I think this is, if we ever rank the Alien Rangers,
Yes.
Black one at the bottom,
Yeah.
he's the dumb shit of the group.
Just for this alone.
Easily, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so bad.
So stupid. Is it possible that the reason they've never beaten him is that they are just dumb?
Yeah, look, I think this episode makes a good case for that.
Oh boy.
It's the worst fake out in history.
It would be like if right now I just stopped talking and sat here and waited for Matt to be like, shit, is he dead? And Matt decided that 60 seconds from now.
Yeah.
So yes, then he starts to drain them of their water.
Yep.
And that does look pretty rough.
Yeah. The way it's described earlier is draining all of their moisture to turn them into prunes. It sounds like a horrifying process, right?
I imagine a prune person.
Yeah.
A prunson.
Nope.
No, that's fine.
A person.
Okay, so like there's a point where the White Ranger is crawling hand over hand through the sand to try and get to the water, and he just kicks her away.
Yeah. Yeah, there's this weird moment where her spirit or something is able to crawl just a bit ahead of her.
What is going on with that?
And is so close to touching the water, and then he just like stomps on her hand, and he's like, "Nah, you're gonna die."
And then he makes like a tornado in the lake.
Yep.
Alright, so now we've got some other shit to deal with.
Yes.
Under the command center, there's a sign. Now, what does that sign say?
Quite helpfully, in the way the sign should be helpful. It says, "Command center, this way."
Who is that sign for?
Don't know. Contractors.
Like, why are there tunnels beneath the command center at all?
I mean, we've discussed before, I like the idea that the Zord hangar is under the command center.
Sure.
And because of the scale of the Zords, it's just a phenomenally massive area.
Sure.
And like, so Zord and Alpha have been there for thousands of years.
Yes.
What Alpha's been doing that whole time is just building
Digging tunnels
and building the world's biggest hangar and putting up signs in case he gets lost.
Alright.
Because it's so big.
So, luckily, Rito and Goldar find the sign.
Yep.
And now they know which way to go.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Is this the point now where they start walking past the supplies under the command center?
It's not, but it's about to be, so let's just put those two scenes together. So they end up in what I guess is the basement of the command center.
Yeah.
Because there's like half a deactivated Alpha.
Yeah!
And a bunch of boxes labelled command center, in the same way that if you were moving your house,
you'd write kitchen
and the command center, you would label the boxes to make sure everything ended up in the right spot.
Yeah. So is that Alpha 4, Michael?
I mean, it has to be, right?
I guess. That's insane.
Yes.
It's such a like throwaway detail that's so important to the lore.
Especially because, like, do you remember 3 weeks ago, or however long ago it was, when we were terrified of Alpha getting blown up?
Yep.
If there's just a spare in the basement, and he's a robot, so we'd be willing to accept that he was just like, oh yeah, we just backed him up.
Yep.
It takes all of the dramatic tension away from that.
Yeah. But if it's not just a spare Alpha 5, and it is what is left of Alpha 4, that's bleak, right?
What happened?
He was building the Zord hangar and got crushed or something.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I mean, as far as we know, there was no Alpha since Rita was around, right? So, like, there's only been Alphas while there has been no evil in the galaxy. So the first 4 Alphas dying must just be industrial accidents.
I mean, all of those caves, to clear out the tunnels...
So it's like they were probably working with, like, TNT and shit back in the day.
Yep.
You're going to lose some Alphas. Yep. It's just going to happen.
Plus, you've got to imagine, like, occasionally, like, a cowboy might end up seeing an Alpha. Like, the first Alpha wouldn't have been worried about people.
No.
And then the people would have seen a shiny metal man with a dome head.
Yep.
And they'd have been like, right, kill that.
That's
and find
definitely
out
a
what's
demon.
going on.
Yeah. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe, like, that's Alpha 4, they got most of him. But maybe Alpha 3, like, who's going to go get him? Zordon's ahead in the tube, right? Like, what you going to do?
You can't send the next Alpha.
Nah,
no.
it's too risky.
Way too risky. Does that mean, assuming Alpha 4 got crushed by a Zord or whatever,
yeah,
does that mean Alpha 5 had to go and collect the body?
100%.
That's so fucked up.
So fucked up.
It's so fucked
Especially
up.
because it's not just, like, as we've talked about, a backup of Alpha. The different Alphas have different personalities and seemingly different experiences. So that's like going in, like, grabbing your dad's body and being like, well, guess I better clean up Dad.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Zordon's a monster.
So basically what's going on is Rito just pulls the bits of the bomb apart and puts, like, the different constituent explosives all over the room.
It's quite a complicated little machine.
Does he know that they're not in the command center?
I mean, aren't they? Wait.
It's interesting. I don't know how far from the command center they are, and the show goes to no effort to tell
explain
me.
it, yeah.
Like, we know that there was the White Ranger space.
Yeah.
But that was like through you've like fell through a space
Elevator.
so it might have physically been anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, are they just downstairs, or are they like 6,000 kilometers away, but there's a space warp, or like?
I guess my headcanon for this, right, is that there's... Actually, no, I can't say too much. Never mind. We'll come back to that.
Okay, all right. I guess we will. All right. So there's one point where Goldar says, "What did I do to get saddled with this dolt?" To which the answer is, "You've been terrible for 3 years consistently."
You could not deserve this more.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that he's difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
But, buddy,
Yeah.
you have not won, like, ever.
No.
All right. So, back in Africa, in maybe the past...
Ish.
Possibly. It's so...
I mean, look, it could be the future, technically.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, I imagine we don't have long left with lions on account of we're destroying the planet.
oh, that's bleak.
Yeah, but it's got to be within the next 6 or 7 years, I guess.
Wait, come on, we have more than 70 years left of Lions, right? I'm not 100% sure.
Here's the thing. The fact that neither of us know,
Yeah.
but are willing to kind of accept 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we could stop doing that.
That'd be super great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be great. All right. So.
Hang on. Do we have time for a slightly significant detour?
Sure. Always.
You know...
That the Earth is dying, yes.
Yes.
Our world is in peril, in
Yeah.
the immortal words of Whoopi Goldberg.
Yep. At work, I work with some reasonably smart people.
Yes.
One of those people is Damien.
Yes.
Who is one of the 3 founders of my business.
Yes.
Very intelligent man.
Terrifying.
Yep.
Like, physically just incredibly imposing.
Yes. So sort of physically and intellectually imposing. He believes that our current way of dealing with animals, which is like we just need to leave them alone and pretend we're not here and let them do their own thing, actually isn't what's best for them. And that whenever humans start interacting sort of more closely with animals and sort of integrating them into our processes, the animals actually thrive.
Is he suggesting I should ride a lion to work?
Basically.
Well, okay, Damien's my favourite person.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
Can I use the lion to eat other people? Or is that...
I think that's illegal.
That's illegal?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. That's a trade-off I'm willing to make.
Yeah.
I always thought that it'd be good if we could breed fast turtles. Because, like, you know, like a Galapagos turtle, like a turtle that's big enough to ride.
Yeah.
It would be so rad to ride one of them to work, but it'd take you 6 weeks to get to and from work.
Yeah. I don't think he's suggesting we enslave animals
Also,
necessarily.
more animals should be the sizes of puppies.
Yeah.
Especially, like, imagine a giraffe that's puppy size.
It'd be pretty great.
It'd have, like, a long neck, but it'd just be long enough to see up onto the table.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you won me over and win that argument.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, there's a woman who leads the tribe in Africa.
Yep.
And they're just going to go see her because maybe she knows where that crystal is.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what's fucking up with the animals. Neither do the wildlife researchers. Aisha thinks she might because she worked at a vet once.
She like had a summer job at a veterinary clinic.
Yeah.
How is she gonna come in there? All right, wildlife researchers, listen up.
So your job is to study the African animals, and you've been looking into these animals for your whole lives, right? Have you considered maybe they need to be spayed? That's not a procedure I can do,
But I've heard of it.
My boss can definitely do it. If we can get these all back to Angel Grove, I have a friend who was a cat briefly. Maybe she knows some things about cats.
Yeah. Solid plan.
No, terrible.
Can I guess at what is causing all the animals to be sad?
Is it going to be the Zeo Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Aisha is like, oh, it's the Zeo Crystal.
Much like the Zeo Crystal was causing a volcano.
Yeah.
Or
Bad dreams?
Made Kat see like 6 different versions of herself.
Yeah.
This show is so strange.
So strange. That's right. If you put a Zeo Crystal behind a waterfall, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Waterfalls block the destructive powers of Zeo Crystals.
That's everybody knows that. That's just science.
Yeah.
All right. So Hydro Hog steals all the water.
Yeah, and this is a pretty good effect, right?
He just drains the entire lake.
Yeah.
I don't quite know how they did it.
I've got to imagine they found an area in a pretty dried out desert that could pass for a lake.
Sure.
Or, like, you know, is a lake 1 month of the year, but
Yep.
it's currently quite arid, and just quite cleverly match the shots up.
Yeah.
But it is a very good effect.
It's very well done.
And, like, it's terrifying. See a lake evaporate is so far from the scale of what I expect from Power Rangers.
Yep.
It's great.
And that really just, the Alien Rangers do not cope with that.
No.
And so Zordon's like, okay, here's a thought. Teleport them to the pool.
Yeah.
Lots of water there. They can charge up. The pool is also empty.
Yeah, they're teleported into a completely drained pool.
And Hydro Hog is there.
Yeah.
Just to fuck with them.
It's really good. Like, that's very good insectorizing.
I will say,
Yeah.
this planet is 70% water.
Yeah.
You're telling me that he couldn't just teleport them to, like, Japan and beat Hydro Hog there?
No.
There's nowhere, everywhere is drained of water.
These monsters and their consuming ability have a very rapid scaling to their consumption.
Sure.
That's how the pig, Pudgy Pig,
Yeah.
would have been able to eat all of the world's like food supply.
So does that mean there is no water on Earth right now?
Not much.
Maybe that's why the animals are all sad.
Maybe.
Or maybe not because it's in the past
Or the future.
or the future.
Maybe they're sad because the water had gone.
I feel like they'd have noticed, right?
Probably.
I feel like if all the water on Earth disappeared and the animals started going a bit bonkers,
Yeah.
the scientists would be like, right, we don't know what caused the loss of the water, but we can definitely attribute the animals to the loss of
There's
the
some
water.
correlation there, yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so the Alien Rangers are just, they're boned.
Yeah.
But on the moon, it's not all great up there either. Lord Zed forgot to tell Rito and Goldar that plan about grabbing the Zeo Crystal.
Yep.
So they call Finster in, and they're like, just find out where they are, we'll go have a word with them. So underneath the command center, Rito's like, right, everything's ready. I guess it's time to, will we do this? Let's
just hit the bomb. Beep.
So it's got a 999 second timer, which is strangely long for 2 people who can just leave instantly.
Yeah.
But okay.
But they're pretty dumb, so it's probably fair.
And then Rita shows up.
Yeah.
She doesn't even teleport in.
No, she's just like she was
Just-
standing
the
there.
camera pans across and she's just over there now.
She just walked in.
And she says, like, so, wouldn't it be great if she has just walked in? There's just a door immediately outside.
Yeah, it goes door across like what's when it's horizontal to the way you're walking?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular. There's a hallway that's perpendicular, but straight across the hallway is a door that goes into this basement area.
Yeah.
They just turned left into the hallway and got lost for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just walk through the door.
And there's a big sign on the door that says command center in here.
Yeah, this way.
Yeah, we're very busy arguing about stuff. So she says, look, you haven't started it, have you? And Rita's like, no, you're fine. Puts it behind his back.
Yeah.
She says, okay, here's the plan. Wait here. When the crystal's done upstairs, you grab it, then you blow it, and you peace out.
Yep.
And they're like, great. When will the crystal be done upstairs? And she's like, we don't know yet. So just hang tight. Obviously, you'll be fine down here. They won't notice you.
Yeah.
And nothing could explode down here. So we'll let you know. Also, if you fuck this up, you guys just find another planet.
Yeah, never come back. That's intense.
Yep.
This episode is really good at raising the stakes.
Yep. And so all they have to do is get the crystal now before the bomb blows up.
Yeah, but they have no idea when it's coming back, and they're standing there with a live bomb in their hands. Holy shit!
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
Yeah. I don't... If the explosion kills all the Power Rangers, can't they just get the crystal from the wreckage?
Maybe, but, you know, it'll be a bit tarnished.
Oh, that's fair.
You want a pretty crystal.
That's fair, because he might pawn it once he's done with it. Just to
Exactly.
get the maximum possible value.
You want to put, like, you know, keep it polished.
You take the Zeo crystal to the pawn shop, and the guy's like, "Oh, hold on, I'll just call my Zeo crystal expert."
Yeah.
All right. Best I can do is $30 because it's got a bit of a scuff there. I guess that's from when you blew up the command center.
Yeah.
Like,
Just it brings the value right down.
Yeah, it's just, a pristine one. I give you a couple of $1,000s for it, but once you scratch them,
No good.
you shouldn't have taken it out of the packaging, mate. That's the
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to, right? It's
No.
for display.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's priceless. Magical. Literally.
Yeah.
It's actually a magical artifact. Right. So, also in Africa,
Yeah.
the sun is going down. And remember how that was going to be bad for
Some
weirdly
reasons?
non-specific reasons?
Yeah.
Well, yep.
And Aisha tries that good old parody trick of being like, no, it's okay. As long as we believe, we'll be fine. And then Tanya's like, no, I wasn't fucking around. This is actually dangerous.
I'm sure that works on your weird monster thing. Have you ever tried to fight a lion?
Yeah.
It's not. It'll just bite you, and then you're done.
Yeah, it takes your head off. You can't get yourself out of that with good intentions.
This series is weird because it looks like it's shot in slow motion.
Yeah.
And they're all silhouetted so you can't see them. But then they're just having a regular speed conversation over the top of it.
Yeah.
Like, they realised they didn't have enough footage for all the exposition they had to get in.
You had to cram it in, yeah.
And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, so we do get a quick, it quickly goes back to the pool where the alien rangers are on the ground dehydrated and Hydro Hog is ready to gut them.
Yeah.
To be continued. Whoa!
Oh, yep.
There's a lot of balls in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
No.
So what's there to resolve?
Yep.
Aisha has to get her Zeo crystal and get it back to them. Mm-hmm. The bomb under the command center is going to go off in under 10 minutes.
Yep.
Hydro Hog has taken all the water and the alien rangers are about to die.
Yep.
That's pretty much it, but that's a lot of shit to get through.
It is a lot of shit to get through, absolutely.
Alright. I think maybe we save Hydro Hog on the creature feature for next week.
I'd agree with
once
that.
we see how he goes.
Yep.
Is there anything else we have to do? Oh, we have to rate this episode.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it could very well be let down in its second part, but as for setting up a dramatic finale and raising the stakes appropriately, job done.
I would agree, especially given that this show has never done that before.
No.
Is this a Superman?
Yeah, by Alien Ranger standards, which is the metric we have to rank it.
Yep.
Absolutely a Superman on our 3-point scale.
But let's wait and see next week.
Yep.
'Cause,
Absolutely.
It could be great, or
It could be what it's probably going to be. Yeah. Cool.
all right.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for sticking with it to us. That's not a sentence.
No, that's definitely not a sentence. So we'll be back next week for the last episode of Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers.
Yep.
Which is the last episode of Mighty Morphin Anything.
Yep.
Which is the last episode of Ranger Danger Year 3.
Yep.
Which is like a really big
Turning
thing.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be the end of an era in a very real way.
So we will see you then.
Yep. We'll see you then, guys. 1 week to go. Hey, you! Welcome back to Mighty Morphin Ranger Danger. This is the podcast where our landlord said that we should buy a tent, but he can kiss our asses because we paid the rent, so I doubt he'll kick us out this afternoon.
Weren't you doing space things?
I was.
Okay.
I abandoned that one.
Okay. 2 episodes before the end of the season?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I should probably do a space one.
I mean, it feels like...
Alright. God damn it.